It was 24 hours ago when we broke the news that broke your heart. Brooks Robinson, Mr. Oriole, died peacefully at his Baltimore County home at the age of 86. WMER2 News, Jamie Costello, live at Oriole Park as we continue to remember the great number 5. And Jamie, if you grew up in Baltimore, this is like losing a family member.
This is a makeshift memorial out here in Camden Yards. This is something to see. Hold up the 5. Celebrate the life, man. What did Brooks mean to you?
Hero, gentleman, lovely personality, a pleasure to be around.
On and on, a good person. Everybody you see here, he meant something to everybody. They're coming up and they're sharing. Strangers are sharing stories, how they met Brooks and what Brooks meant to him. Here's Greg. Greg, what did Brooks mean to you?
Everything. My father and grandfather, definitely a throwback to. My grandfather had a store at 32nd and Barclay, one block off.
Yeah.
We'd watch the fireworks. We went to almost every home game. And Brooks stopped in every once in a while. The best of the best.
The best of the best. And you hear the word idol and hero like from this gentleman we talked to earlier today. Listen.
He was something to watch, you know. I was real little at the time, you know, and that's all I wanted to do anyways, play baseball. So he was definitely my idol, and every time he came out, he did something great on the field or hitting or something.
I'm going to bring in Sean Stepner right now. I talked to the mayor of 66 over here, right? He's an usher. He said his dad owned a farm in Somerset County. They'd get on the transistor radio and listen to what Brooks would do every single night. He got busloads of people from Somerset and the farm, came up to Memorial Stadium every summer. It was the greatest. And Brooks always did something, and he used to go out and meet the bus from Somerset.
He made it personal, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
I mean, he was a friend. What did he used to say? You weren't fans, you were friends.
Yes.
And, we all know that the friends inside Oriole Park at Camden Yards are going to feel his presence throughout this season, throughout this playoff run, really forever. Brooks Robinson will be felt here at Oriole Park, and it is definitely his presence being felt inside the clubhouse. For the players feel his spirit before the game tonight, speaking with them. They are going to go for an American League East Division pennant this evening, and they will do so looking up in the sky at Brooks and looking up at his number 5 hanging from the warehouse. Many of the players on this O's roster had personal relationships with Brooks, like Austin Hayes. Like Robinson, he has played his entire career thus far here in Baltimore and remembered him just a couple hours ago.
He embodied what it meant to be an Oriole through and through. To play 23 years with a team is almost impossible to do. To win 16 Gold Gloves, he's the greatest third baseman of all time. He's a Hall of Famer. He's MVP in everything you can be an MVP in. He's an MVP in life. I don't think there's a name that's meant more to a team and any team in baseball, in the history of baseball, than what Brooks Robinson meant to this organization. We're playing for him this year. I wish he could have been able to see how this season finished and plays out, but yeah, we're definitely trying to take it all the way for him this year.
You get chills.
Oh,
you really get
yes, you
chills
do.
hearing that kind of stuff from Austin Hayes, and I know a lot of the players inside that clubhouse feel the same way. Now, tonight, what's at stake for the Orioles, Jamie? These current Orioles, they can win the AL East division title tonight if they beat the Washington Nationals and the Tampa Bay Rays lose to the Boston Red Sox up at Fenway Park. Going to be a big night here tonight.
I was talking to a high school friend today. Listen to this, ladies. Wouldn't it be great if the Dodgers and the Orioles squared off in the World Series? Grayson Rodriguez, our young Palmer, against Kershaw, the old Koufax. Now you got goosebumps too. One real quick note, because I know he's watching. Former State Senator John Assel went to an Oriole game, didn't know anything about baseball, didn't know anything because he said, I never grew up in Baltimore, wasn't around Baltimore, but I went to my first Oriole game. He's sitting in the box, and something happens on the field, and he turns to this guy and he says, do you know anything about baseball? And the guy says, a little bit. It was Brooks.
Of course.
He's always there. He's always with us. Brooks, you're always here, and he'll be here for the rest of the year. All right, ladies, back to you. What a turnout this is going to be tonight.